And good Sunday evening on this Father's Day. I'm Christopher Brantley. And we begin tonight. It's the first case locally where a suspect has been found guilty of human trafficking. But could this case encourage other victims to come forward? ABC 7's Kate Flexter is here and has the story. Kate?
That's right, Chris. The man was found guilty of 6 felonies, one of which was human trafficking, making him the first person to be convicted of that crime in Sarasota County.
It was last November when 22-year-old Ronald McBride III began coaching and grooming the victim on how to trade her body for drugs and money, a relationship that quickly became abusive.
He became violent, with increasing violence over the time period that he was essentially pimping this particular victim out.
The victim told police she had to give all the money she made to McBride because, quote, "he owns me."
She was not out there on her own, doing this on her own free will. Human trafficking, the statute requires a level of coercion.
Months of abuse came to a head one night when the victim did not return, and when McBride found her, he beat her with his gun. When he left, she was able to get up and run to Tamiami Trail, where she said McBride was less likely to shoot her. It was there someone found her and called 911. On Friday, McBride was found guilty of 6 felonies, one of which was human trafficking.
It was scary, and she was extremely brave.
The president and CEO of the nonprofit Selah Freedom says this case is crucial in the fight against human trafficking.
Sends a strong message to those on the street that, hey, people do care, and we're going to start cracking down.
Selah Freedom says Florida is 3rd in the nation for most human trafficking, and the Suncoast has the 2nd highest rate of the crime in the state. Selah Freedom, along with the Sarasota Police Department and the State Attorney's Office, is actively combating those statistics, starting the very first prostitution diversion program in the state. Fisher says that safety net helps girls feel comfortable coming forward.
They're able to actually testify now where they never would have. And I think it is a landmark case in positioning us as a leader in this movement, because this girl knows she did it because she had the safety of being protected, so she could use her voice.
McBride is expected to be sentenced in September. The maximum sentence he faces is life in prison. Chris?
All right, Kate, thank you so much. And now to a fatal motorcycle crash last night in Sarasota that claimed the life of a 25-year-old motorcyclist. The accident happened at the corner of Bee Ridge Road and Oakhurst Boulevard near McIntosh Road. According to FHP, Aaron Daly was driving eastbound on Bee Ridge around 9 o'clock when 65-year-old Robert Larson turned left in front of Daly. Daly's motorcycle collided with Larson's car. He died on the scene. 13 families from 8 states are coming together this weekend to send their loved ones to a unique resting place. They are creating an eternal reef for their deceased family members. The 4-day process includes mixing the ashes with environmental concrete, placing them in a concrete ball, and sending it down into the water as a natural reef. Today, families came together for an unveiling of the reef balls after creating the concrete mixture on Friday. Jason Hall traveled from Indiana to create an Eternal Reef memorial for his mother, who thought of the idea before she passed away.
In her death, she's going to sprout new life, and I think that that's an amazing thing. She loved the ocean, and she would like nothing better than to be in it every day.
There was also a memorial service for 3 deceased military veterans. Tomorrow, family members will head out into the Gulf and release the reef balls at the Silvertooth Reef just off of Siesta Key. And relief for drivers heading out to St. Armands. State transportation officials will temporarily stop construction on the Coon Key Bridge starting this week. Both westbound lanes will be open to traffic starting tomorrow through the 4th of July holiday. However, work will resume on July 5th, and pedestrians will not be able to use the sidewalk while repairs take place. The project is expected to be completed by mid-August. And now for First Check on our weather, let's head over to Wendy Ross. Wendy, good evening.
Hello, Christopher. In fact, we are looking at very hot temperatures still. It's 85 degrees. This is coming down, though, from a high today of 92, so it was another hot one. You probably didn't feel the cold front coming through, obviously, with temperatures like that, but we are looking at those winds starting to pick up, and that's what you'll notice for today and into this evening. We are looking at those winds picking up across the region. Right now, everyone is reporting temperatures temperatures in the 80s, and it is a little bit cooler today than it was yesterday as far as the evening temperatures are concerned, and we'll feel a little bit of a difference tonight too as a result of the passage of that front. But as far as the rains are concerned, they're just very widely scattered at this point, so you may see a few more showers until about 8 o'clock tonight, and then we're going to be left with partly cloudy skies. We'll let you know how the rest of this work week is shaping up. That's coming up in just a few minutes, Christopher.
All right, Wendy, thank you. And some great places to bond with Dad this weekend for Father's Day. Today was the final day of a 3-day event at the Sarasota Ski-A-Rees, the group hosting the Southern Regional Water Ski Show Tournament. Teams competing in a Cypress Gardens style show to be the champion of the southern region made of Florida, Georgia, the Carolinas, and Alabama.
In this competition, we also have an individual competition that involves doubles, swivel, freestyle jump, team jump, and barefoot endurance. And those individual qualifiers are actually qualifiers for the national competition.
The team showed off their ability to do a pyramid, doubles competition, and barefoot skiing. And a huge congratulations goes to our home team, the Ski-A-Rees, who took first place. According to their Facebook page, that's the first time since 2001. Creativity was on full display in downtown Venice this weekend. The annual event draws artists from all over the area. There were all types of different arts, including paintings, sculptures, and blown glass. The items for sale are great to keep for yourself or give as a gift to a loved one.
Dolphin on these sea ornaments for my sister who's dying of cancer. There's some beautiful pictures down here, and the prices are really reasonable.
The craft fair is held every year in Venice and always draws a nice crowd onto the island of Venice. And if arts and crafts weren't your thing, perhaps you and Dad went out to the Fathers and Fenders Car Show. The event taking place this afternoon at 5 Points Park in downtown Sarasota. About 120 vintage cars were on display for families to see. Some people came to show off their cars, and others came to just see the vintage cars that ride around Sarasota.
We come to the car shows a lot, and we have a lot of fun, and we enjoy not only our own car, but the community's cars as well.
Look at those cars. Proud owners were put into the running for prizes. And still to come here on ABC7, a proposed sales tax in Manatee County, but its future relies on the vote of county residents. And as we go to break tonight, we asked you how you feel about Dad on this Father's Day.
He's an awesome dad, definitely my best friend. I could not ask for a better father and a role model.
We go to a lot of races, sports car racing. We go to Le Mans, we want to go to Le Mans. Sebring, Daytona, Petite Le Mans, we go fishing together. We do a lot of stuff together.
My kids live in California and Georgia, but for her birthday, I'm going to bring her down here. We're going to go to the Keys and spend a weekend or a week down there fishing and having fun.
We're going to go down to the beach a little later and maybe even try and get a round of golf in.
We're going to shop around a little bit today here and probably have some lunch and enjoy the day and enjoy family.
Happy Father's Day to everybody.
Happy Father's Day.
Need new windows? Buy direct from the factory. New South Window is having a sale. The more you buy, the more you save. Buy 4 windows, save 25%. Buy 6 windows, save 30%. Buy 8 or more windows and save 35%. How? Because New South owns the factory and you cut out the middleman. Award-winning, energy-efficient windows and doors installed with a lifetime warranty. New South Windows are made in Florida for Florida homes by Florida workers. Visit newsouthwindow.com or call now.
The home at 200 Pine Street. The agent. The office. The agent out of the office. This is what you see. This is what you don't see. The hustle. The huddle. The drawing board. The shuffle. The open house. The bees buzzing. The buyer. The gentle nudge. The leap of faith. The offer. The negotiation. The pit bull. Finding the middle ground. The sigh of relief. The close. The sign of a RE/MAX agent.
Discover the biggest savings of the year on some of America's favorite vehicles during the Drive and Discover event going on now at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Get America's best value, a new Grand Caravan for just $18,999 or a new Dodge Journey for just $16,999. Stop by today to shop the area's biggest selection of Ram trucks and save up to $8,000 on your new Ram. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
On your TV, on your computer, on your camera, on your smartphone, on your Apple Watch. And now you can get ABC7, your Suncoast News on Roku. Just go to mysuncoast.com and click on the mobile tab for a list of fast and free downloads that deliver ABC7, your Suncoast News on the go. Monday at 5 on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Hello, I'm Don Brennan. We all know exercise helps build your muscles, but new research showing it also helps build something else as well, brain power. Monday on Good Morning Suncoast, we'll show you how working out can help improve your memory as well. John?
The front has sunk south. What happens next? We'll take a look at the week's forecast bright and early.
Monday at 5 on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
The agents at SWC would like to show you pictures of all the homes that they've sold quickly for their clients. But they're just too many to show. Contact SWC today and find out for yourself. We just market your home better.
Manatee County leaders say a proposed half-cent sales tax for infrastructure will be vital to the county's future, but it's the taxpayers who will ultimately decide whether or not that rate goes up. ABC7's Adam Cellini tells us how the county plans to bring voters to their side by November.
Started doing this.
When Manatee County Administrator Ed Hunziker looks out his 9th floor window, he's proud of what he sees. Parks, bridges, sidewalks, several built in the last few years to improve residents' quality of life. Now he worries how that view will look in the next few years.
We have a challenge, and we can't take care of that which we've already built. And so we need a new revenue source to take care of those things.
In the county budget, impact fees handle new projects and property tax used to cover improvements. But property tax revenue plummeted during the recession, around $15 million last year. Upping sales tax a half-cent could yield an estimated $23 million per year.
What do you want the community to look like for your children in the future? I think it's critically important.
The Manatee County School Board is trying to convince voters to extend their existing half-cent sales tax, but as school board member Bob Goss explains, it takes creativity.
The school board can't spend district dollars on it, but we are pushing forward with a grassroots campaign. There are people that are offering to help.
Hunziker says the county will likely use websites and workshops to educate voters. And unlike a failed half-cent tax proposal from 2013, they've published a specific list of improvements the new sales tax could fund. Hunziker will also call on commissioners to campaign the tax as they campaign for their own re-election.
They are members of this community. They are the taxpayers. And I think it would be nice if they would be the ones to get out there and talk to the community.
Adam Cellini, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
All right, Adam, thank you. 6 people, including a child, were killed after the van they were riding in overturned in Virginia on Saturday. Authorities say the driver ran off and on the road, hit a car, and then flipped several times, ejecting the 6 passengers. Police say the victims were not wearing seatbelts. 10 other people in the van, including the driver, were hurt and taken to the hospital for treatment. The driver of the car, however, was not injured. And thousands of people are expected to attend a memorial and vigil in Orlando tonight for the victims of the nightclub massacre. This as law enforcement officials say they are in the final stages of processing the horrific crime scene. The bell at St. James Cathedral in downtown Orlando tolling 49 times. Ringing exactly at the time the attack started 1 week ago. At 2 minutes past 2 on Sunday morning, a tribute to the victims of the worst mass shooting in U.S. history. Their lives honored at a growing memorial site in Orlando. This morning on ABC's This Week, Attorney General Loretta Lynch promised a thorough investigation, eventually recreating a full profile of the killer that could help in preventing another massacre. And
we'll be releasing a partial transcript of the calls between the killer and the hostage negotiators.
That release scheduled for Monday. We're also learning more about the killer's wife, Noor Salman, her former teacher who asked us not to use her last name or show her face, telling ABC News Salman had learning difficulties and was in all special education classes.
I thought she is incapable of being an accomplice, absolutely incapable. I think that she doesn't realize consequences of her actions.
Salman's family denying Noor was involved in the shooting, telling ABC News on the phone that Noor is completely innocent and was unaware of the attack, and confirming that she was a special education student who does not understand cause and effect. The FBI is still investigating whether Salman knew anything about the attack. And incredible images out of Southern California tonight. The Sherpa fire raging in Santa Barbara County has charred more than 7,800 acres since last Wednesday. Fire officials say it is 45% contained, but they don't expect full containment for another 4 days. Many homes have been evacuated and shelters are available. An air quality warning remains through the weekend. The FAA has banned unmanned drones around the burn area as they can interfere with firefighting efforts, and little chance of a fire like that here on the Suncoast, right, Wendy?
That is true, but we are looking at very hot conditions across the Southwest. We have stormy conditions across the Great Lakes, and right here we had a cold front that came on through. Believe it or not, there was a cold front that came on in today, and it did help to produce some rain showers that we've been seeing throughout the afternoon hours. Keep in mind that the wind shift that we got with those winds coming in out of the east-northeast started the showers along the east coast of Florida, and then they transported over to the west coast later in the afternoon. So we started to see the rains coming on in beginning at around 2 o'clock this afternoon, and we've been seeing these scattered rain showers and for the most part light rains taking place across our viewing area. And you can see some of these now are still taking place across the Lakewood Ranch, Palmetto, Bradenton, and portions of northern Sarasota, including the Keys right now. All of this is moving off towards the south and west, and so these showers should be with us until about 8 o'clock tonight before they dissipate. But today we got up to a high of 92, so the cold front did not cool us off. We're looking at a temperature reading last night of 74 degrees, and right now it's 85 degrees with our humidity moderate, and the winds are starting to pick up, and it's because of the passage of this front that we're seeing those winds now coming in out of the east at around 13 miles per hour, but we're going to be getting gusts of up to 20 miles per hour as the evening wears on. We're also looking at temperatures that are much cooler this evening than they were this same time last night. Remember, yesterday we saw some of those temperatures in the 90s over the central part of the state, and right now we're looking at mostly mid-80s across the most of the state of Florida, with a couple of areas reporting temperatures in the low 80s, and that certainly is what's happening here. We're looking at our temperatures here along the coastline in the mid to low 80s, and the same is true as you head on out towards the east. Places like Sebring and Lake Placid now at 82 degrees, while Arcadia and Wauchula also reporting 82 and 84 degrees respectively. We have that high pressure system building across the southeast, a cold front moving through the Great Lakes area, creating the stormy conditions there and very hot conditions across the southwestern part of the country. But the cold front that came on through has pretty well dissipated over the southern part of our state, and what that means for us is that the winds are going to be picking up. We'll see those winds coming in out of the east-northeast at 15 miles per hour, gusting to 20 miles per hour. We've got a 40% chance of rain for the rest of this evening, and then we're looking at windy and mostly sunny conditions for tomorrow. So we're going to keep rain pretty much out of the forecast as that drier air starts to sink on down to the south, and that's in the wake of that cold front that moved across our area. So you can see the rain showers tomorrow, widely scattered, not holding together well enough to make their way over to the west coast of Florida. And one thing we do want to just let you know about as far as the tropics are concerned, there's this one area of disturbed weather. It's located out here just to the east of Mexico. The Air Force reconnaissance planes have gone in to check out this system. It's possible it could become a depression in the next 24-hour period as it moves over Mexico. For boaters, small craft should exercise caution. Winds are going to be strong. And over the next couple of days, those temperatures staying in the 80s and 90s. And tomorrow at 6:34, we have summer starting. Christopher.
Now, sports.
Thank you. After 3 terrible losses in a row for the Rays, they fought today for a win against the Giants. A throwing error in the first inning allowed Tampa Bay to score their first run and take the lead right away. The Giants were able to tie it in the 4th. It wasn't until the 8th that the Giants would score 4 runs, holding on to the lead until the end of the game. The Rays weren't able to make a comeback. Giants are 3 for 3 against the Rays in this series. Final score in today's game, 5-1 San Francisco. The Rays will travel to Cleveland tomorrow to take on the Indians at Progressive Field. And now to the NBA Finals. It all comes down to tonight. Game 7 decided who's going to take home the championship. ABC's TJ Holmes has more.
It all comes down to this. Game 7, Sunday night in Oakland. With just a few hours left, the NBA's biggest stars are getting every bit of practice in before squaring off in a historic matchup with legacies on the line.
I came back for a reason. That's to bring a championship to the city of Cleveland.
You gotta love that scrutiny and the praise, positive or negative, because of the stage that we're on.
Steph Curry and the record-setting Golden State Warriors are on the brink of history, and at the same time on the brink of an epic collapse.
If you don't feel pressure in a Game 7, you're probably not human. There's going to be some anxiety. But how lucky are we to feel that pressure?
After being down 3-1 in the series, King James and the Cavs put together 2 dominating performances. That has them feeling pretty good going into Game 7.
We've always talked about playing in Game 7s and making a game-winning shot, or being in the NBA Finals. So we know it's a big stage, but our guys are ready enough for the challenge.
The Warriors' frustration at the Cavs' comeback no more evident than on this play. Their MVP lost his cool, tossed his mouthpiece, and was ejected in Game 6. He was later fined $25,000 for the meltdown. But the foul call that set him off also upset his wife, Aisha, who in a now-deleted tweet said the game was, quote, absolutely rigged. But Steph says he has a plan to cut down on that kind of talk coming from the Currys.
I might have to cut the Wi-Fi off at my house, though.
If Cleveland is able to pull this off tonight, it'll be the first time in NBA history that a team has come back from 3-1 down in the finals to win a championship. And of course, Cleveland, they're looking for their first professional sports championship in some 52 years. I'm TJ Holmes, ABC News, Oakland, California.
All right, TJ, thank you so much. More to come here on ABC 7. Stay with us.
ABC 7's Pump Patrol, a list of the Suncoast's cheapest gas on mysuncoast.com.
At ABC 7, our entire weathercast is dedicated to the Suncoast, and now we bring it to you like never before with the all-new official Suncoast forecast. Beach and boating forecast. The winds will be out of the northwest at 10 knots.
Now, with the most advanced graphics and technology, we bring you weather where you live, pinpointing right down to your neighborhood.
Zooming into the Sarasota Bayfront,
the all-new official Suncoast forecast, only on ABC 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Thanks to my volunteer, I am a better reader.
Thanks to my volunteer, math seems simple now.
Thanks to my volunteer, I discovered new career goals.
I'm a volunteer for Sarasota County Schools, so I know I can make a difference. And you can too. Give an hour, change a life.
On your TV, on your computer, on your camera, on your smartphone, on your Apple Watch. And now you can get ABC 7, your Suncoast News on Fire TV. Just go to mysuncoast.com and click on the mobile tab for a list of fast and free downloads that deliver ABC 7, your Suncoast News on the go.
The ability to go to college on a Bright Future Scholarship gave me personally the flexibility to chase a dream. To not have to worry about paying for your college education was absolutely amazing. One step better than that was to leave with no loans. I mean, to start a life, to start a job, to start without having a debt was amazing, and it allowed me to get to where I'm at today.
They say good things come to those that wait. Well, you've waited long enough. You deserve to feel fabulous in your fashionable new Fiat 500X from Alfa Romeo Fiat in Sarasota. Boldly innovative, seductively stylish. Fiat gives you everything you'd expect from a capable utility vehicle, like a spacious interior and advanced safety systems, designed and built like a sexy little Sportster. Don't wait any longer. You deserve to feel fabulous. Get a new Fiat at Alfa Romeo Fiat of Sarasota.
Florida Studio Theater presents the fabulous Lipitones, now held over by popular demand. A high note leaves the Barbershop Quartet without their fourth member just before the national competition. What ensues is a comedy of misunderstanding, stereotypes, and the path to perfect harmony that critics say has laughs galore and gets right to the heart. Buy tickets now by calling 941-366-9000 or visit floridastudiotheater.org.
Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. We asked you to send us photos of dads and their kids. Here's me and my siblings with my dad. And here's Diane, Katie, Colton, and Daniel with their loving father, Lamar. Here's an adorable photo of Ken and his son, Jaden. Isn't that cute? And we had to throw this in there. It's a photo of our senior director, Dave, and his adorable son, Ethan. And Ethan is a good boy.
Oh, I've seen Ethan so many times. I saw Ethan, the first time I saw him, he was this big, and now he's a little rocket running around. He is just a cutie pie.
Good for them. What's the weather looking like for the rest of the evening?
It is going to be a little bit of rainfall up until about 8 o'clock, and then we're going to see our temperatures dropping down.
The agents at SWC would like to show you pictures of all the homes that they've sold quickly for their clients. But they're just too many to show. Contact SWC today and find out for yourself. We just market your home better.
Hurricane season is here, and so is the official Suncoast Hurricane Guide from ABC7. This essential resource arms you with vital information you need to protect your family and property when severe weather threatens the Suncoast, including how to create your readiness plan and survival kit, shelter locations, what to do with pets, and important phone numbers. Visit mysuncoast.com and download the official Suncoast Hurricane Guide from ABC7. Brought to you by the Florida Lottery.